irritating, annoying, you know. It took me an hour to get over here from Brooklyn, and I come down here and there's no fucking demonstrators. Anyway, I'm gonna keep going around the building here. As if I can. There's more people down here, maybe. I don't see anybody down here either, or a sign or anything. So, you know, this is like the main place where the war criminal is going to be, and there's not a protester down here, as far as I can see, because on the other side, there's really nothing. That's against the waterfront. Just plain ignorant. You know, you put out a thing, you want people to come, and then where the fuck are you? It's like a bum-ass demonstration I've been to here in New York. You know, people call for a demo, and then they don't show up. What the hell's up with that? You know, if I was going to be anywhere, and I was doing the demonstration, it would be right here at the goddamn entrance. Dysfunction in the radical community. We're down here because of George Bush, the war criminal. We'll be speaking today. The liar, the man who got us into the Iraq war for no good reason, just to pillage another country. Right? The United States government's currently at war right now with 203 different nations around the planet. And we're here to say no more war to you, George Bush. We want you in prison for the crimes that you committed against the people of Iraq. So yeah, we're here for George Bush, the war criminal. So you can smile, that little bastard. Anyway, I'm down here at the main entrances to the place. So if there is going to be a demonstration, it will be down here somewhere around here. Police presence is minimal, as far as I can see. So do hop onto the text there. There should be something going on here in a little bit. They called for a demonstration at 8 o'clock. There's nobody down here, of course. Anyway, folks, this is the main entrance to the Javits Center, Convention Center, where it's a retail big show for 2014. And George Bush is the expected keynote speaker. George Bush, the war criminal, the man responsible for the death and destruction in Iraq. Started a war without your permission, without anybody's permission, basically. So we're going to go in, and they told us lies to get into Iraq. And over 1.5 million people have been murdered as a result of George Bush's policies. And we say George Bush is a war criminal, and he should be arrested and tried for war crimes. So, anyway, don't believe a word he says. He's been lying to the public for his whole 8 years in office, and he'll continue to lie. And he'll lie probably to get out of these charges. You know, George Bush cannot set foot on a foreign country because he will be arrested. If he sets foot in the EU countries have a warrant out for his arrest. That we would like to see. At any rate, there's supposed to be a demonstration down here at 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock. and it's after 8. So we're just wondering what's going on. And we are at the main entrance here to the facility. Protesting George Bush, the war criminal. Wondering where all the demonstrators are at. Nothing up here. Ugh. Near 12th Avenue, huh? Well, I was just on 34th Street, and I didn't get a chance to, I went down there and there was nothing going on. Hey there, Priest Girl. Yes, my second live stream from New York. The person didn't turn out too well. And I am on 12th Avenue, and I am on 34th Street. So, that's what it said on the thing. I was just up there. I didn't see anybody. And this is the main entrance right here. So if I was going to do a protest, it would be right here. 12th Avenue. Alright, well, let's walk down to 12th and see what's going on. I'll try one more time. A really stupid place to have a demonstration because this is the main entrance. And we'll take a walk over to 12. Not too cold out here today. I'm still getting used to the cold New York weather, but it's not completely awful. Nice day out today, not too sunny. Here we go. All right, here's some people. There we go. Sorry about that, folks. Trying to get my glove on. Those of you just joining us, we're down here at the Javits Convention Center. There's a National Retailers Association convention going on here today, and we're out here to protest George Bush, the war criminal, the man who got us into Iraq, who lied to get us into Iraq, created all these weapons of mass destruction lies, which they were all lies. So everything that comes out of George Bush's mouth is with a forked tongue. He's a known liar. He should be put on trial for his war crimes. If he sets foot outside of the United States, there is an arrest warrant for him in the EU to have him arrested for war crimes. So do be aware of that, Mr. Bush. I'm pretty sure you're aware of it. And we want to see you get arrested and tried for your war crimes just like any other Nazi motherfucker. Because that's what you are, motherfucker. You're a Nazi motherfucker, George Bush. You killed 2 million people in Iraq. And we want you to be responsible for your crimes. You know, you're a citizen of this country just like any other You know, just because you're president doesn't give you, was president, doesn't give you any dispensation against committing crimes while in public office. And you should be arrested and tried as a war criminal, George Bush, because that's exactly what you are. You're a fucking murderer. You murdered over, I don't know, what's the dead body count in Iraq now? I know it's over 1 million people, right? And that's, all those people died as a direct result of George Bush's fascist policies in Iraq, the non-existent weapons of mass destruction that never existed in the first place. They were all lies that were spoon-fed to a brainwashed American public who refuses to listen, who continues to vote for these dumb bastards and puts them in power, even though it's against their economic interests. So that's what we're down here protesting today. So for those of you who just joined us, thank you. Please retweet. Yeah, we got a few people here there. The signs there, Occupy Carlisle. Thanks a lot for your info. I was glad I walked back up again. We're down here at the Javits Center, where the war criminal George Bush is supposedly speaking. Bush is probably a coward and he probably won't show up. The only president in American history to wear U.S. military uniform, just after he achieved a successful murder of 100,000 Iraqis during a shock and awe campaign, which was totally illegal. So thank you very much, Mr. George Bush. We think you should be put on trial for your war crimes. Got about 8 people down here. We can use some more if you're in the area. We're down on 34th and 11th here in Manhattan. Accessible by sea, and then you can walk like 3 blocks west. And that'll take you to, I think the 34 bus will take you here, 34 across town. Don't take my word for it though, I'm just new to New York, so I really don't know the mass transit system. But I do know I got here on the A. You can take an A or a C subway line and get here and get off at 34th Street and walk up. Walk over 4 blocks west. That's approximately where we're at the Javits Convention Center here in lovely Manhattan. Quiet out here. You can see that New York is not as active as San Francisco. But there are good people here. We're out here in front of Javits Convention Center. Here protesting the war criminal George Bush, who is scheduled to speak at the National Retailers Association. We've got a couple more people who are showing up. Anyway, if you just joined us, thank you. Please retweet out. Don't forget to leave a comment on the comment thing. I do check those regularly. We got a few more people. And my name is Freeman Sullivan. Google me on the web to find out my contact info at Freeman Sullivan, or if you want to hit me on Facebook, it's Clark Sullivan. And I think Activist Stream is still up. I haven't worked on it. I'm getting ready to launch a new server this Wednesday, or Thursday, so we'll definitely be down with that. more people are showing up here. They're trickling in. See, a few more police officers have also shown up, but everything looks amicable right now and peaceful. So glad you joined us. We're here at 34th and 11th Avenue in Manhattan, New York. Jacob Javits Convention Center. We're out here protesting the war criminal George Bush. A little frosty out here, but not too bad. Weather's fairly decent. As opposed to our Arctic vortex last week, when I was going to turn into a human popsicle. This California boy's not used to it. See any familiar faces. It's not like San Francisco for me, folks. You just can't walk up and know people that are organizing the demo. But give me some time. I'll get to meet everybody and know everybody here. A few more people are showing up. A dozen or more now. People are trickling in. They're lining up on the 11th Avenue. How you doing? Glad you're here. Glad you're here.
There's two of us. Taking over.
Yeah, there you go.
She didn't say that so loud. I was like, they're like taken down. What'd you say?
I just moved here from San Francisco, so I'm finding the subway system very not good for disabled people.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like the signs, the elevators aren't clearly marked. The stations, a lot of times the elevator's out in the station, and there's no signage to let you know that it's out.
No. Have you checked the website?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
even then, though, sometimes it's like.
Yeah, as much as I curse San Francisco, you know, and another thing too is that well, the subway's newer in San Francisco, but they have escalators on all the subway stations too. So I can actually get up and walk around a little bit, so it makes it a little bit easier for me. But God forbid if you're in a motorized chair, there's this, it can be pure hell. I made sure that when I moved, that I found a place that was on a line that actually had an elevator.
Yeah, I used to live in Brooklyn, where it was like closest one was about 30 minutes away from my apartment.
I live in Prospect Park in Brooklyn.
Okay, yeah,
Church Avenue.
It's about Queens Highland.
Okay.
I live in Manhattan now.
I like it here, but I had some friends. They had an apartment already, and they were looking for somebody to rent it out.
Nice.
So.
Yeah. It's a good area.
Yeah, I like it. All right. It's not as bustly as San Francisco, but it'll do. Manhattan's more like San Francisco.
Are you more towards Park Slope, or are you more towards
More towards south.
Okay.
Church Avenue.
All right.
I like it all right, The rent's a lot cheaper here. San Francisco is just too expensive. Can't afford to live there. It's become a boutique city.
And hilly too, right?
Oh yeah, the hills, that's fine. It's not the hills, it's